Jeff Huffman here from the Florida Public Radio Emergency Network Storm Center. Our first briefing on a potential tropical development here in 2015. Yeah, hurricane season's still 27 days away officially, but we may have our first named storm in the next couple of days. It would potentially develop here north of the Bahamas and then slowly drift north and kind of wander a bit Wednesday through Friday. It could become a subtropical storm. It would be named Anna if it develops those subtropical characteristics. It's not unheard of to get a May storm. It's a little early in May for this to happen, but we've had 20 of them since 1950. 6 have made landfall in Florida. You might remember Beryl right there coming ashore Memorial Day weekend. That was the B storm on Memorial Day weekend before the season started in 2012. I want to do a little analysis here of the atmosphere and see what's going on. First, the water temperatures. Notice how they are just barely warm enough in the Gulf Stream, and that's the area we're highlighting for potential development. Now I want to show you the moisture in the atmosphere and what's going on here. We had a front that came through over the weekend, and that front basically stalled to our south, just south of the Straits of Florida there. There's dry air sitting to the north, but moisture is starting to move northward on the other side of this front, and an area of low pressure could be developing here as this moisture continues to move north. This moisture will be spawning the area of low pressure in the western part of the Bahamas, and that's where this system will move. Notice the 50-degree dew points here north of the front, but the dew points are in the 60s and 70s south of the front, and as that moisture moves north, that's where the area of low pressure is expected to develop. A couple of models for you. This is the European. I want you to take note that high pressure will be sliding to the north of this system, preventing it from going out to sea. So it's going to slowly drift, maybe westward at times, and then pull off to the north and to the east. I want to show you a different model. This is the GFS. It certainly shows that spin. Now we're using the moisture fields here so you can see the drier air getting wrapped in on the western side of the system. The heaviest and deepest moisture is going to be on the eastern side of the system. So I'm not forecasting a significant rain event, but certainly some unsubtle weather along the Atlantic beaches with on and off showers developing as it moves by. Here it is on future track with the clouds and the rain. A very soggy Tuesday on tap from Miami, Fort Lauderdale, West Palm, some heavier rain and thunder there. And then that slides offshore of the Space Coast and the Treasure Coast Wednesday, but still some showers wrapping back inland by Wednesday afternoon into early Thursday. One thing to take note of is the wind. No matter how strong of a system we're dealing with here, there will be a persistent wind with an elevated rip current risk at the beaches, and that'll continue right through the end of the week. Those wind gusts getting as high as maybe 20-25 miles per hour when the storm system gets close enough to the coast there near Fort Pierce. Highest rainfall amounts in southeast Florida, lesser amounts north and west from there. Here's the bottom line. This is a developing situation, likely not going to be a strong tropical storm, but something we have to watch, and it's going to stay offshore, but there could be some impact immediately along the coast. And I guess, if nothing else, this is a good reminder that hurricane season is on its way, and we will have updates here from the Storm Center on your local Florida Public Media station outlet if this develops later in the week. Stay tuned.